trying to set this up right and it's not working. Alright, hopefully that will stay. Hi guys, Forever Retro 82 here. About to ride a bike. Usually I have my shirt off, but unfortunately, yeah, I don't want to be seen with my shirt off, at least to you people. Yep, so you're gonna have to see my fat belly and everything. I mean, this is me. This is who I am. So we're gonna do 25 minutes on the bike, and I got 30 minutes of filming on this particular device. So we'll just have 5 minutes to spare. Then I'll have to remove this one for the next week's. You may see the camera shake because of my fat ass. I have that in a bookcase, and my cats like to jump up and down. So, yep, I'm just riding my exercise bike. I do this at least 3 times a week for my health. Given I have now chronic kidney disease, stage 2. I mean, it's not only this, but it's also died as well. It kind of saddens me, though, that I have a disease that can potentially kill me over time. I mean, it's similar to cancer, if you ask me. Cancer is obviously more painful to go through. But at the same time, you know, it's all getting old, too. We all live, we all die. That's part of life, you know. This is a recumbent bike, by the way. I lean back by default, so. And I usually use the rest of my arms here. There's these armrests right here. So, yeah. So, I mean, if this gives you a hypnotic look or effect on you, eye candy, I guess. There's some fat files out there, I know that. I mean, I like fat girls, big girls, but some of you might like big guys too. Whatever, this is as far as I'm going in terms of showing anything. I also got I'm just wearing my boxers because I don't care. I want to be as most comfortable while I do this. And you're also going to hear me get short of breath because cardio. If you hear clicks, this bike is not in the best of shape. I've had it for well over a decade, so it probably needs work. I'll have to take it apart and see if I can figure out what's making these clicky sounds. But all in all, I can't complain. It's a piece of equipment I can use to exercise, so that's good. So, yeah, tornado season's starting to ramp up here in Oklahoma. Now, I will admit, we do get some bad tornadoes down here. We do get some awful ones. However, the news does exaggerate a little bit. Because a lot of the tornadoes that we get that are really bad normally are in small towns or cities that are also small in size compared to, say, Oklahoma City or Tulsa, which are the two, in my experience, the largest cities here in the ragged meat cleaver state, as I call it. Because if you look at it on the map, it looks like a ragged meat cleaver. Everyone calls it, oh, it's a frying pan. No. Then what do you call this shit in the bottom of the state then? No. Ragged meat cleaver. I'm sticking to that. So, yeah, time of this recording, we're going to have 3 bangers of severe weather with tornadoes possible. So, I believe it's the 12th of April. So, tomorrow, Wednesday, or Tuesday, excuse me. It's Monday. And then Wednesday, another round. Tuesday, we get a break. Friday, we get another round. But then we have a beautiful weekend of the 70s. I'll take it. Save me some money on my air conditioning. And it will be less annoying. Because I don't know about you guys, but when you get older, heat annoys you. Don't get me wrong, the cold sucks, but it's highly manageable. I can see the sunlight peering through over my kitchen. I'm doing this later than normal because it was almost 90 degrees, and it's kind of went down a little bit, but the humidity is still high. So I'm probably going to be sweating bullets or some shit by the time I'm done with this ride. I'm already starting to sweat, and that's fine. You know, because I have a lot of retained water given my weight and everything. But it is what it is, you know. Been this way my entire life. Never been thin like you guys. I envy you of that, you know. But I went from blaming everything to basically just my creator being a fucking cunt. Because he is. He's giving me the worst of the worst, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some people that have worse off ailments. And, you know, and I am getting older. But, you know, I didn't expect this shit to hit me in my 40s. I was expecting it to at least hit me in my 50s if I made it. You know, now that I have something that could potentially kill me if I don't take care of myself, I may not see 50. But, you know, my brain is locked onto that number, you know. So maybe that's as far as I'm going to go. I don't know. You know, it's like every day I have anxiety anyway. But ever since I've been told I have this now, I have even worse anxiety. It's like, what's the point of me getting up? What's the point of me of doing what little I do? I'll tell you the reason. Because if I had it my own way, I'd just lay in bed until I die. I wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink. Just allow myself to die. But with that little bit of me that has that young warrior spirit that I've always thought I had, tells me this. And what keeps me going. I may die, but it won't be because I didn't try. So I'm giving it 110% effort to better my situation. If that is, if I do die, at least I tried. At least I gave it an honest try, right? So that's the mindset I'm kind of trying to keep. Even if this disease progresses, even if it gets worse. For those who don't know, I didn't think about this because I posted in the video about my health woes. I have chronic kidney disease stage 2. There's 5 stages. So it's like cancer. You know, when you have stage 4 cancer, usually game over will be imminent, you know. Not to say that, you know, what I have is worse than cancer, because it's not. All ailments that can kill you are bad, regardless of what that is. Now, with cancer, some forms are treatable. Other forms are not. Colon cancer is not treatable. That's what I lost my brother-in-law from. Kyle. My sister's husband. Wonderful guy. It actually affected me highly emotionally. I keep looking out the window because that's what I do when I ride my bike. So I'm not going to make any eye contact with you. So, yeah, he died of colon cancer. And I was shocked. Because he was a Christian. Very devout. Except for that one time I think I told you guys a story when I got a True Crime New York City for the GameCube, and I was beating up a cop with a baton in the game, and he just popped off with, "Wow, Scott, you fucked him up." I'm like, and then he caught him. He caught himself. He put his hand over his mouth like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." He's like, "Don't tell Gail." I'm like, "Dude, we're not gonna tell her, man. Who do you think me and my buddy Dan are? Snitches? Snitches get stitches, bro. It's cool." So, and I never told her to this day. Wouldn't matter, he's gone. But knowing my sister, she carries grudges eternally. So, there's that. If you want to know what strength I have it on, it's 4. Because I don't want to stress my muscles out. Because we all know what happened with this arm. Now, you can tell. It's healing nicely, but you can tell, like, between arms. See how this one is slightly bent? And this one's straight? I still have a little bit of tendonitis in this arm. So the only thing I can do with my weights, unfortunately, is squats. Where you hold them down, and then you squat 20 times. That's the only thing I'm going to be able to do. That's good cardio, though. Makes your heart pump hard. Yeah, I'm sorry about that click. There's something wrong with this left pedal. I don't know what it is. It's annoying. I just heard a car door. I hope no one's here. Or coming here. Someone called the cops on me, and then this ain't even a stream. I'll keep the eye on if someone's coming up my ramp. I'll see if anyone's here. I'll have to pause this if someone is. I don't think so. No one comes to see my fat ass. I live in complete isolation other than my animals. You know, I got one right here, and I got one behind my tablet right now. Got Loki, and I got Freya. Good news though with Freya and no, that's not Freya. That's Nova. Sorry. The good news about Nova and Freya though, I'm getting them fixed in August. Now, my wife made an appointment for them in January, but they don't give reminders, and I couldn't find until much later in our chat log in Google Voice about the appointment. So turned out it was January 12th. So I gotta wait. I just got Nick's done on Friday. I was able to find that, thank Christ. Because it's gonna be bad enough. I'm gonna have to deal with 2 girls that are in heat cycles, right? I got one of those erased, but it's only for 4 months, so that way I can get them fixed, give them a rabies shot, and then all my cats in my home will be fixed. And I was worried that was going to happen. See, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. I'm going to have to move it back a little bit. I wish this timer had a way to add a minute like my phone does, but hopefully, no. Well, you can see me a little bit. Some of you are probably just using this for sound anyway. Alright, you can give it a downvote if you want. But you can see my inner thigh. I don't like that too much. God damn it, dude. I need to get me like one of those Crabbles or something. Because I'm using a, whatchamacallit, I'm leaning against the bookcase. Okay, hopefully it doesn't fall now. Yeah, I don't want my inner... I mean, it's bad enough you can see this shit. Go ahead and make fun. I've already been told every insult in the book when it comes to fat jokes. Go ahead. Throw them out there. This is going to piss me off. Give it a downvote for that. I don't care. So this is what I was worried about, though, doing this, because I can't get it to fucking say. Gravity hates me. Gravity hates fat people. Okay, well, let's just get back to it. Oh, well, I'm showing it. As long as it's leaning a little bit towards me, hopefully it won't fall. I just want to maintain pace. And of course, Loki's about to... Okay. Yeah, lay down, bud. Because if he would have jumped down, he'd probably knock it down again. So, last time I was doing riding my bike, I was thinking about how cool it would be to build a fucking roof-mounted grenade launcher on my car. Because, don't get me wrong, every place has shitty drivers, but I think Oklahoma is like one of the biggest in terms of shit drivers. They either drive too slow, or they brake check, or they're just flat out shit at driving, and I don't know who at fucking DMV gave them their driver's license. So, yeah, it's really clicking today. It wasn't clicking this bad the other day. But yeah, it's like some dickhead in front of me is being a clusterfuck. Just want to be able to press my release grenade button. My wife and I once had a really long discussion about that. No, cat, I'm not petting you. Nova wants me to pet her because my arm's right here and she's like right here. Because this tote I have right here is filled with cat stuff. So, okay, given the fucking problem I had with the, I'll get back to what my wife and I were discussing about. Given I had problems with the tablet, granted it stays for the remaining time that's on the timer, I'm going to wait until the timer on the recording goes up to 25 minutes. Because I want to make sure I do everything properly so you can't call me out. Because you guys know me, I don't like to be a fake. Dishonesty is a horrible thing to be. And yeah, this may be boring or entertaining, but I'll give it a try. And if people like it, I'll do more. If not, I won't do it at all. I'm just... Because I'll be honest, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes my depression is so high and my energy is so low that I simply don't feel like doing a video. I'll be honest with you about that. It's not because I don't want to, it's just because I can't. I don't have a creative mind. You notice like on some of those Let's Plays I do, I just get, like, not, I try to make a joke, it falls flat and stuff like that. Those are the days I do a video anyway. Because I don't want to fail the fan base, you know. There could be one or two people out there, can't say for sure, that depend on my videos to help with their depression. Because they can relate to some level. So I don't want to let them down. Now, when I couldn't stream that one weekend, I was telling the truth. My arm was like this. And this was all swollen. But as you can tell, the swollen's pretty much gone. I'm sweating like a motherfucker though. My arm's not entirely straight. It's still bent. But it'll heal over time. So, anyway, back to what wife and I, we talk about making a grenade mounted on our roof of our car. And anytime we'd be pissed off at somebody in front of us, either, now when she was driving, when she was able to, I'd make the thunk sound. And then when I was driving, because she couldn't anymore, she would do the thunk sound when I did the little pretend button press on the dashboard. See, that's what was nice. That was what was cool about my wife. We had a similar mindset. We just couldn't stand stupid people. You know, I'm not smart. She's a prodigy, actually, academically. And, you know, when it came to book smarts and all that, nope. I mean, not book smarts, excuse me, street smarts, nope. Books, do that all day, every day. Anything like common sense, things of that nature, nope. That's what she had me for, because I consider myself street smart. I mean, I lived on the streets for a little while when I was in my 20s, you know. I've dealt with some hard shit that didn't involve books or anything of that nature. So you know, there's that. It's just, you know, I sometimes just like to sit there and think about all the fun shit the wife and I used to have. And I basically turned her into she understood the way of the basketball American. I turned her into that. That's my fault. But, you know, we could say things to each other and don't have to worry about setting people off about it, because we kept it amongst ourselves. Made each other laugh. You know, her father, he was omega racist. You think I'm bad? That dude was like say I'm down here, he'd be like up here. Oh my God. Like almost every other sentence would be a basketball American joke. He did not like those people at all, and he made it clear. He likes Filipinos, though. He got himself a Filipino wife. He was 23 years old, and that motherfucker was like, I want to say in his 60s, but she was married to him until he died. That guy had a gruesome end, though. It was like 3 strokes and 4 heart attacks. Yeah, there's no surviving that. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of steam now. Yeah, I mean, I've had this belly forever. If I can make it a little smaller, that'd be nice. And hopefully I can get there, you know, with this and barely eating anything, because everything pretty much, especially if you're on blood pressure medication and having CKD, yeah, you might as well just starve yourself. I'm being honest with you. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't taken my blood pressure med yet. Because I did really poorly on losartan. So I'm really worried about taking lisinopril. But I gotta do something. I gotta get this blood pressure under control. If I wanna give this a valiant effort. So, after I'm done with my ride, I'm gonna cool off with an ice cold bottle of water, put a couple more in the freezer, and take one of those and see where it does for me. Usually you gotta wait for it to build up before you start feeling the effects of it. That's what happened with losartan. No, that shit made me feel like I was gonna die. You know, but my wife did well on it. But then again, she had a higher tolerance for medication. I have pill anxiety. You know, I mean, I have anxiety in general. But I'm talking like, when it comes to new medications, I'm scared. I'm not just going to pop the motherfucker and be like, all right, let's do this shit, you know, rev myself up. No. I start thinking, what is it going to make me feel like? How am I going to react to it? Because anything that's off in my head, I panic over now. Some call that paranoid. And that may be true. Kind of like this lighting shit going on. It makes me look like a shadowy figure. No, what you're probably seeing is a reflection of a lamp I have in here, because I don't have an actual real light in here, because this place doesn't have one. I have to buy one of those overheaders, similar to what's in my room right now. I need to get something like that for in here. I haven't done it yet. I will. I'm just doing things a little at a time, you know. You can call me lazy, that's okay, but I call it having low energy and dwelling on my wife, missing her, and depression, and knowing I have this disease affecting me. Yeah, I know, excuses. It's okay, you can call me out. I've been called out for a lot worse. Okay, we're down to 39 seconds according to the timer, but I will stop when it reaches the 25-minute mark. Which I think the timer, or I think the video timer is actually going to go off. I am sweating so bad. I'll show you after the timer goes off. Okay, because it's about to reach 30, not, or 25, yeah. Still got about 10 seconds left. Okay, so yeah. I'm surprised I was able to talk while pedaling my speed. But I've been doing this a while, and that's it. It won't play the... Okay, that's kind of good since I'm making a video. Okay. But yeah, look at my arms. Look at my arms. Look at my hands. Look at my face. Does it every time. But that's good. Gets rid of the excess water. Well, this has been episode 1, if you want to call it that, of Riding Retro. My legs are kind of doing it too. Shit. Got a couple veins throbbing. That's good. It means circulation's going through my legs. That's kind of what I want. So let me know what you think. If you want to respond to any of these topics I let loose, feel free. If you like this idea, great. If not, please let me know. But now I need to cool off so I don't overheat, take my blood pressure medication, and get this uploaded to the tubes. So no editing is required. I'm leaving it raw because I don't feel like it. I'm not doing this for a job. You guys know that. Alright, so you guys take care. Remember to keep loving each other, keep gaming, and keep it retro. Sorry I get kind of a little confused when I'm just got done riding. Blood flowing and everything. Ugh. So yeah, keep gaming, keep loving each other, and keep it retro. So next time we see each other, good Lord, World and the Creek don't rise. Please do. Take care. Okay.